Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Daily Fix and the show now showing. Did you like that intro? Pretty sweet. Moving on up here. So this is the show where I review movies that are coming out this week that are now showing in theaters and right off the press, hot and fresh. And this week I went and saw the movie That Awkward Moment, starring Zac Effron, Miles Teller, and Michael B. Jordan. So this movie was pretty good. I enjoyed it. They kind of pitched it as a guy's version of a chick flick. So it was kind of like a romantic comedy, but it was from the guy's perspective. I think the three guys were really good. They did really well, good job acting in this. Zac Efron, Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan. They were funny. They had a great chemistry together. You could see that they enjoyed working with each other, that they really had fun with that. Zac Efron was actually pretty funny, and I liked his character of being the funny guy. There was some emotional scenes in there that I didn't like him in. He did well. Having not really seen him before, I never saw High School Musical or any of that garbage, and he was really funny. I felt like he had great comedic timing, great rhythm with his castmates. Miles Teller and Michael B. Jordan did great. I thought they were really funny. Michael B. Jordan, his character even had a little bit kind of more of some serious stuff that he was going through, dealing with. I felt like he did really good in that. Miles Teller is a funny guy. If you've seen his other movies, you know that he's funny and he's a kind of a quick talker. Again, I feel like he's like a young Vince Vaughn, and but he did really good, and I really enjoyed him. So one thing I really enjoyed was the main female lead. Her name's Imogen Poots. She did an amazing job. She plays a girl named Ellie, kind of like the main love interest, and she was awesome. And I've never really seen her in anything before. I felt like she did great. You believed her emotions. When she looked sad, you believed she was sad. When she was happy, you believed she was happy. She did a great job interacting with the guys when those scenes were there, and just being around the guys and working with them, and had great chemistry. But she also did great on her own, and I really enjoyed her. I really like to see what she's got coming up in the future. Hopefully we'll see her in some things. Again, Imogen Poots. B, great last name. Great name in general. Hard to say. Imogen maybe. Poots is her last name. Look her up. This movie, I will say, it had a great story. And just the idea and like the romantic comedy of itness and the writing was really good, except for the fact that it was really kind of surrounded with crassness. But there was just some really dirty jokes and just really kind of dirty humor, which I felt like really kind of tarnished it a bit for me. And it's kind of unnecessary because you have such good actors doing a great story. The story by itself, like bare bones, was really good. I mean, it was good, but they just had so many like dirty jokes, and to the point where it was over the top. They really were just trying to sell that these guys are funny, that these guys are like your New York young mid-20s guys just living out, just going around having all sorts of sex. And I feel like that's not a true statement of it is. Granted, I don't live in New York, I'm not doing that, but I feel like that's as a narrative that is really kind of stereotyping, and there's very few people that are like that. So it didn't even have to be that dirty, but it was. And I felt like they could have worked around that. They didn't have to go as far as they did with some of this stuff. And I get male humor. That's what you're trying to appease the male audience in this. And it was too far in my mind. I mean, outside of the crassness, the story was really good. I really enjoyed the give and take between the friends. Having a bunch of close guy friends, we talk smack about each other all the time, and I relate to that aspect. I relate to his relationship with his friends and how they dealt with each other and how they were there for each other and to help support each other and lift each other up when they're down and stuff like that. One thing I didn't like about the story was that there was a female character played by Mackenzie Davis. This girl was like a wingman to this group of guys, or especially one of the guys, and would always kind of help each other meet guys and girls and things like that. But they didn't really explain why she was there. The guys went to college, and they were afraid at one point that one of the characters and her, that you see in the trailers, kind of start hooking up. But she doesn't explain why Zac Effron would be mad at her for doing that. Is she an ex-girlfriend? Is she a sister? So I kind of wish they would have gotten into that more. If they probably originally did, but they probably cut it for time or cut it for some other things. I really enjoyed the movie. Outside of the crassness, it would have got much higher marks if it wasn't so dirty. Overall, I give this movie a C+, mainly just because it was so dirty. It probably would have got like a B plus had it not been that way. That's how much I enjoyed the in-between moments where it wasn't dirty. Sure, some of the dirty jokes were funny, but it was too much. Too much. Less is more in a lot of that areas. You don't want to go overboard. That's now showing this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Check us out here on the Daily Fix. You can look us up on dailyfixshow.wordpress.com, where we have all sorts of other stuff going on, stories, picture challenges, all sorts of fun stuff. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe down here in the bottom, whichever side that's on. Leave a comment, maybe telling what your favorite awkward moment story is. You know, kind of like, oop, that's not you. I remember one of my favorite awkward moments was, you know, when you go up to a friend, and at least you think it's that friend, and then you say, hey, and you grab them and you shake them up or something, or you hug them from behind, and it turns out it's not that friend, and it's a complete stranger. That's always awkward. So again, that's it for Now Showing this week. Love you guys. Deuces.